What's going on, YouTube? It's Slosh, and I want to bring you a video today of the gear I'm running, weapons I'm running, and take a look at my stat sheet, DPS, and health, and things like that. As you can see, I have 3,078 firearms, 2,452 stamina, and 1,103 electronics. This is a pretty balanced build. It's not a glass cannon. I am pretty tanky. I can withstand a lot of damage incoming because my health number, as well as my armor percentage, which I'll get into later in the video. But yeah, I don't really like the idea of a glass cannon because I do a lot of solo play. So I really like this build. I'm very happy with it because how balanced it is. But let's get into it here. Let's start with my primary weapon. I do run with a tactical AUG A3P. I crafted one with some pretty good talents. That's why I do go with this. I do prefer the MP5, but I haven't been lucky enough to craft one with better talents yet. So I've stuck with my AUG. As you can see, it has deadly, brutal, and then finally talented, third talent. In my secondary slot, I run with my marksman rifle, the classic M1A. It's got destructive, brutal, and cool-headed. This thing's an absolute PvE beast. It just absolutely destroys bosses. I really wish it did have balance, but it's an M1A. It's high-end with really good talents. You know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm quite alright with it. And then my sidearm, I run the tactical M1911. I did craft this. I like it better than the Damascus because it has more damage. The magazine size is a little lower, and the rate of fire is a little slow as well, but it does a lot of damage for a high magazine pistol. That's why I like it. Over at my chest piece, I do run a stamina chest piece, but this talent right here, Reckless, is the reason my DPS is so high. Let's see if I can get my primary DPS to be the one it's focused on again here. So, as you can see, 187 DPS with this chest piece. Let's bump it up to a different one with a different talent. It's going to drop by 23,000. So this chest piece alone is a huge chunk of my DPS because of that talent. And I've read that this talent is bugged right now. Increased damage by 13% is correct, but the increased incoming damage by 10% is actually decreasing incoming damage by 10%. So this is a really bugged out talent that works phenomenally. Like you should really work on getting a chest piece with this talent. You can see some of my other stats there on it. My mask, again, this is a talent I wanted to go for on my mask. It's got 2 gear mod slots, which is really nice. Gives me a lot of opportunity to move things around with my gear mods. But this talent I really like because it's really good for PvP in the Dark Zone, and it's really good all around. Consuming a medkit also removes all negative status effects. It really helps you out if they're using a turret with, you know, zap, or they set you on fire with some incendiary ammo, or, you know, a cleaner sets you on fire. You pop a medkit, you're good to go. Things like that. And then I'm just going to show you some of my other stats here. My skill attributes aren't that great on all my gear, but I'm not too worried about min-maxing that at the moment. Once I get gear sets from the incursions, then I'll really work on min-maxing those kinds of things and things like that. Talents on knee pads aren't that great. This is kind of just the one I'm going with. I do like these knee pads because of the high firearms roll I got on them. Crit hit damage, and then it's got 9% pulse critical hit damage on it. My backpack. As you can see, specialized talent adds 13% of my firearms and stamina to my skill power. Gives me a nice balance across the board. Doesn't add a lot because skill, you know, 13% is not a lot. But it adds enough to see a little bit of a noticeable difference. But some of the other stats on this piece are what really make it really good. Pretty good stamina roll on it. 18% crit hit damage. It's got smart cover duration and pulse duration, which I run both smart cover and pulse. Gloves. I don't have that good of a talent roll on my gloves. I would like the talent that gives you, I think it's first 3 bullets out of your magazine have a higher critical hit chance, or out of combat or something like that. You know, but it's not that big of a deal. But these gloves have a really high firearms roll, which is really nice. Has SMG damage, crit hit chance, and damage to elites, along with pulse critical hit damage. Ideally, I mean, you can't really get better gloves than this, in my opinion, other than the talent. I have perfect roll on it. Bolsters. I run with a nimble talent. Again, not too worried about the talent. I did like the fact that it has all 3 stats on it: firearm, stamina, and electronics. And that has smart cover duration, which I've tried to get into pulse. but haven't been lucky enough. I've spent a ton of Phoenix credits trying to reroll this one, even though I talked about not spending too much time trying to reroll my skill attributes, but I was young and naive at the time. Then let's talk about some of my gear mods that I'm running. I do run stamina and firearms gear mods, but the main thing I'm looking at here is the armor. I run with armor on all of my gear mods because armor is one of the best stats in the game. It just flat out decreases the amount of damage you take from every bullet. Let's, while we're talking about armor and stuff, let's go over my character stat sheet over here. Look at my weapons, and again, I want to get this on my AUG. So give me a second here. Stay patient with me. All right. I don't know why it's bumping over my secondary. It's really annoying. Anyways, crit hit chance 34.5%, crit hit damage 121%. So ideally, you want your crit hit chance somewhere in that range of 30 to 40%, 40% being the best, and then really bumping your crit hit damage as much as you can. Because 40% critical hit chance with an SMG, you're going to see a lot of crits. And with 121% crit hit damage or even higher crit hit damage, those crits are going to hit for insane numbers. And then you can see plus 49% headshot damage, which is very nice. Gives you a really nice boost when you do get those headshots in. Down here, plus 90% damage to elites. Great for PvE. Doesn't do anything for you for PvP. I do have health on kill on my chest piece, I believe. I would like some more health on kill. It's a really good stat, but again, as far as min-maxing in this game goes, it's really difficult to get all the stats you want on an item, especially with the drop rates being so low. Kill power, we're not too worried about that. And then this is what I really want to look at here, survivability. So 73k health, 73.5k health. I like that number. Anything north of 60k is good. 60k should be your minimum. If you're lower than 60k, you're going to get one shot by shotgunners. You're going to get one shot by marksmen, rifles and things like that. So you want above 60k. I like to push it a little higher just for a little more tankiness because I do play a lot of solo play, but this is the big stat right here. Armor is one of the best stats in this game. I have mitigates 53.25% weapon damage. I would love to get this up to 65%. I've heard 65% is kind of like the cap at the moment, but 65% in the Dark Zone PvP is supposed to make you an absolute beast. You can tank everything. Again, that requires a lot of min-maxing, a lot of luck, and unfortunately, re-rolling some of your other numbers into armor, which you're going to take a pretty big hit to either your health or your DPS by doing that. So the trade-off may be better. I haven't been able to get higher armor than this yet, but like I said, I do run armor on all my gear mod slots to help me out with that. But that's all for my video today. I hope you enjoyed getting a look at kind of the gear I'm running, weapons I'm running, things like that. If you are enjoying the videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button on that video today. It'd be a big help. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, make sure you head over to my Twitch channel and follow me over there so you can catch some live streams and watch some Division gameplay, especially when incursions are coming out soon. I'll see you guys later.